Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of an exploitation slasher film from 1981 distributed by Troma Entertainment, which, if you are not familiar with them, they've put out probably some of my favorite movies of all time. Stuff like Poultrygeist, Class of Nuke 'Em High, and Terra Firma and the Toxic Avenger. Those are probably some of my favorite movies of all time. And this movie is distributed by Troma Entertainment. And you might be wondering something. Why am I reviewing this movie? Well, a couple reasons. Before I even get into it, I figured, I should probably say what movie I'm reviewing. And tonight's movie is Graduation Day. Now, why am I reviewing a movie called Graduation Day? Well, two reasons. Within the past few weeks, two things have happened to me that I guess are kind of important. I turned 18 about 2 weeks ago, and I graduated a few days ago. Graduated from high school a few days ago. So now I'm officially a free adult. I gotta go out and get a job and save up money to go to college now, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a slasher film called Graduation Day. That's why I'm reviewing it, because that's how I celebrate, certain things in my life. And I figured I would review Graduation Day since I've graduated now. So this movie is about a high school track runner who dies of a heart attack after finishing a 30-second 200-meter race. And then a killer wearing like a sweatsuit and a fencing mask goes around and starts killing off people in the track team one by one for apparently no reason, I guess. This movie sounds promising. The last time I reviewed a movie because it was like important to me, or because it's related to something that happened to me recently, like when I reviewed Final Exam. I mean, that movie turned out to be pretty terrible, so I'm hoping for the best with Graduation Day. The only way I'm going to find out if Graduation Day was worth watching is if I sit back and I watch it. So, without further ado, let's watch Graduation Day. So, the movie opens with a hurdle jumping montage. And it's really unexpected, and I really actually liked it, as well as the song that goes with it. So, then this girl does the 300-meter run in less than 30 seconds, which results in her death. The scene tries to be very tragic, and maybe a little bit even sad, but it came off to me, at least, as pretty humorous. I was giggling the entire time. So then we skip ahead a few months later. There's this guy giving some random chick that's in the ROTC program at the high school a ride to school, and he tries to hit on her, and she threatens to feed him his own testicles. So she gets out of the car after a little bit, and then we get a jogger. Yes, the jogger slasher film cliche. We get this jogger in the woods, and she's being stalked by the killer, who catches up to her, who is actually timing her as she's running with a stopwatch. And he catches up to her and kills her and slits her throat in a very cheap and humorous manner in a matter of 30 seconds. So, the acting in this movie is honestly pretty average. It's not the worst acting I've ever seen in a horror movie, or a slasher film particularly. But it is pretty far from being the best acting I've ever seen in a slasher film. The writing is the same, it's pretty bad, pretty laughable. Considering this is a low-budget 80s slasher film, you really should expect the characters to be flat and lifeless, and really they are. They have a little bit of a goofy charm to them, I guess. The effects in this movie are laughable and really only make the movie more enjoyable. From a technical standpoint, the film is pretty okay. The lighting is pretty decent. The music is okay. The camera work's okay, all that. It has a decent sound mix and music. although the music sounds like the music from every other slasher film from the 80s. The pacing is kind of okay, and yeah, if I have any complaints, that it would be probably that there could be a bit more going on in this film. I mean, it has your usual kind of slasher film antics of sex, drugs, rock and roll, just, you know, like meaningless characters, pranks, violence, etc. But it's not like, you know, Pieces level of stuff going on to where there's so many just like stupid things going on, so many sight gags and so many needless random scenes to the point that it's just it just makes the movie amazing. Here it doesn't do that. Like, considering this movie isn't, you know, it isn't extremely gory, which honestly after watching the last film I watched based on A Personal Celebration, it wasn't that violent. I didn't expect this one to be that violent either, but this movie is still decently violent, but all in all, it's still a pretty bland movie. It's not that it's, you know, extremely boring, and it's not that it's, you know, will put you to sleep. But I've got to say, it's not, you know, it doesn't have enough going on to keep it interesting. There are, by the time you're like an hour into this movie, there are maybe 4 kills, and out of the 4 kills, only one of them is really that unique, funny, and really the only, like, probably one of the biggest redeeming factors of this movie is that 4th kill, which I'm not going to ruin, because even though I'm not going to recommend this movie, I still don't want to ruin the kill. It's so amazing. But even this absolutely fantastic, over-the-top, really stupid, ridiculous kill does not make up for the previous 3 kills, which were extremely bland. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like Nosferatu and 10 being something like Brain Dead, Graduation Day is probably about a 3, maybe? It's not that gory, honestly. I mean, yeah, there's some blood here and there, but other than that, it's nothing too, you know, out there. It's okay, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say it's absolutely horrible, and like I wouldn't say it's one of the worst films I've ever seen, because I've definitely seen far worse, especially when it comes to slasher films. But I don't think I can recommend this movie, and I honestly don't think I could ever watch this movie again. Just because it's just really, it's still really bad. I'd probably have to give it a 2 out of 5 stars, probably. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, guys, if you liked the video, like my channel, be sure to like this video, favorite it, whatever you want, and maybe subscribe perhaps. I would really, really appreciate that. And check the links in the description below. There are links to things like my Tumblr, Twitter, all that, Facebook. All that is in the description below.
Hey there, kids. Do you want to get cool stuff in the mail like this? Or this? Or even this? Well, then subscribe to Horror Block today. Have you ever wanted to do cool cosplays like this? Or even this? Well, now you can. Subscribe to Moonchild Cosplay on YouTube, and you can see all her tutorials on how to do cool stuff like this. Do you want to get cool horror and exploitation film t-shirts like this? Or this? Or this? Well, then go to RottenCotton.com to check out all of their premium t-shirts.